Welcome to Frickin' History, and let's talk a little American history, and let's talk about the units themselves, starting with Unit 1. What does that look like and how's it set up? Okay, in APUSH, in AP US History, you have periods, which, every other AP class, it always goes by units, right? Unit 1, Unit 2, this is periods, and it just messes with my mind. But I digress. So in period 1, it's 1491 is the first year, bracketed by 1607. These are going to be major years. So 1491 is the year before Columbus landed in the New World. So the idea was there are native societies that are in that time period. And what were they like prior to him hitting? On the other side, it's 1607, and that would be the establishment of Jamestown. So we're talking about, in Unit 1, we're talking about that period between those two major events that occurred during those years. So if we're looking at the first one in section 1.2, we're looking at the Native Americans. What were they like prior to? You want to think about the environment. What were they eating? How did they live? What was their housing? God, sounds like today. Number one, you got to remember maize, corn. That has got to be in there. And so you're going to think about societies like the Aztecs, the Pueblos. They cultivated corn, and that was a main staple for the diet of some of the tribes. That's in Mexico, kind of in the southwest of what would be eventually the southwest of the United States. Now, if you're talking about the Great Basin and in through some of the plains, these are more grassland type areas. These are the Apaches, as an example. So, and they are more mobile, so therefore more nomadic and going where the supplies and the things that they need. Instead of sitting and cultivating corn, they're more nomadic and moving across those areas. In the Northeast, you got folks like the Wampanoags, which we're going to talk about later in Unit 2. They're using their access to the sea, so it's going to be shellfish, and it's going to be other types of fishing around in that area as well. Think about it in the area of Massachusetts. Now, the Mississippi River Valley, you might remember the Cahokias. Now, they build their mounds. That would be in North America, which would be right around the St. Louis, Missouri area, is where they were congregating, so to speak. Now, they were a mix of some agriculturalists and hunter-gatherer throughout that end. And again, in that Mississippi River Basin area, really a lot of rich land. Now, out west in the Northwest, as an example, maybe the Chinooks, you're looking at also some sea-based, but there also was hunting and gathering, but they were really relying on the ocean. So your focus in this first section is really about the Native Americans. What kind of societies were they? Don't forget about the Aztecs and the Incas as great, huge, warring societies. But then there were also others within the North America, which is really where we want to kind of concentrate. The Cahokias in the Mississippi Valley, the Pueblos that would be kind of in that southwest into Colorado. Remember the clay houses for the Pueblo outside of the into the mountain ranges, and so that gives some uniqueness based on the environment on how they're living. Now you know your freaking history. Peace.